So you're making a move to Maryland and wondering what's going on with the real estate market here in 2023. You know what? Today we're diving into that, and I'm going to give you 5 things you must know about the real estate market, specifically in the Baltimore metro region here today, because you know what? It's been a roller coaster ride, and these are things you need to know as to what's going on right now. So stick around, we're getting started right now. What's up everyone? It's Adam Taylor back again with another video. Today we're diving into the 5 things that you need to know before making your move here to Maryland. Now, if this is your first time to our channel and you're looking to learn all about life in Maryland, great news, you're in the right spot. We do videos talking about living here, working here, chilling here, and most importantly, getting out and having some fun in the great state of Maryland. So if that is the information you're looking for, please consider hitting the subscribe button down below. Don't forget to give it a little bell a click. That way you're alerted every time we do another video just like this one. Now, as I mentioned all the time, we've got folks calling us from all over the country, all over the world practically, looking to make a move right here to Maryland. We love it. So if you're thinking about making a move, guess what? We want to help you, but we just need you to reach out, raise your hand, call us, send us a smoke signal, whatever you need to do. My team and I have your back. So please give us a call, shoot us a text, or send us an email. No matter where you are, we're here to help when moving to Maryland. So the 5 things that you need to know before making a move here to Maryland are critical.
It is critical. Absolutely critical.
And let's start out with number 1, and it has to be the appreciation, because in years past, 2018, 2019, 2020, and even 2021, we saw home prices just soar. You know, you were seeing record appreciation levels, 15, 20+% each and every year. Now, the latest market report just came out. I'm looking at it here on my other screen. And when we take February's numbers from 2022, stack them up against February's numbers that have been confirmed, finalized, etc. here in 2023, the appreciation level has only risen, 2.8%. And in all honesty, that's not bad when you saw these astronomical appreciation levels that we had in the past. So the cool part is, yes, you're paying more for groceries, cars, gasoline, and things that you use each and every day to live, but the home prices have they're still increasing, but they're sort of tapering that increase because the appreciation in real estate was front loaded here. And now it's sort of stalled as far as the sales prices go. The challenge being, and which leads me into number 2, that there's an inventory shortage, and this is a seller's market still. The thing about this is we all, myself included, thought that this market was heading straight down, okay? In December of 2022, we hit our low. We actually hit the bottom, and now we've risen out of that. Since approximately Valentine's Day, roughly February 14th, February 15th, the market has been on fire. My friends, look, I just brought a house on the market. It was an in-group townhome in the suburbs, and just put it on the market. I kid you not, I had 27 showings in about 36 hours on this home. And if I were to bring that home on the market probably 3 months prior, I might have had a quarter of that in that same time frame. So the buyers are out, their tax refunds have been processed, they have cash in their pocket, and they're ready to spend. The challenge is there aren't enough homes out there to supply all the buyers with the demand that we have. Now, the government has come in here and tried to raise interest rates and tell people not to buy a home right now and to hold tight and things. Well, guess what? Last time I checked, people are still gonna get married. People are still gonna have babies and have a family, regardless of what the economy is doing, and people are still gonna die. The real estate market is always going to keep progressing forward no matter what the situation is. The challenge for you, but where we can help, is in finding those deals and finding those opportunities for you to purchase. So we've got some strategies we're going to give you here in just a second. Now, the hardest thing that I'm seeing buyers have, you can find the house, we can get you into the house, but is getting a payment that you can afford. Let's face it, the cost of money has dramatically increased, and 2 to 3% interest rates, well, they're not here right now. Okay. Now, some ways that you can find these rates. And a few months ago, back in the fall, everyone was talking about doing an interest rate buy down, where essentially for the first year or 2 of owning a home, you would pay a little bit up front or have the seller pay it to buy your interest rate down. So say it was at 7%, you might buy it down to 5% for first year, goes to 6% the second year. And then for years 3 through 30, you're paying 7%. Well, that's still there and it's an option, but I've got an even better option for you. Actually, I've got 2 options for you. The first one is when we go in to look at one of these homes, we need to find out what type of financing the existing seller has on the property. Do they have an FHA loan? Do they have a VA loan? The reason I ask is because these are loans, potentially, if you qualify, that you can come in and assume. The challenge being is that in most cases, if you can assume the loan, the purchaser or the seller has paid down that mortgage balance and they have some equity in the property. Typically with those programs, they're utilized by most first-time homebuyers. And a lot of first-time homebuyers don't have a big chunk of change to use. That's why you're utilizing these programs. But you can come in, if you qualify and you have the cash, to assume someone's loan. So it may be worth, if you have some cash, rather than getting a conventional mortgage, believe it or not, it may be worth assuming that existing FHA or VA mortgage that may be in place on the property. Now, let's put an asterisk here so I don't get any people commenting, well, how do you assume a VA mortgage if you're not a veteran? Oh, you can't. Unless you're the spouse of somebody, you can't really do that. So that option is off the table if you're not a veteran. You can't assume a VA mortgage without serving our country. Now, FHA mortgage, that's a different story, and you can. Lastly, and this is where I think you really want to pay attention, because you know what? Cheap money is out there. You just got to know where to look. It's like an Easter egg hunt. Where are you going to find the golden egg? Here's where you're going to find the golden egg, my friends. And it's not at your big banks. It's not at local mortgage lenders. It's certainly not online with any of these yahoos that want to do your loan quickly online. It is with the credit unions here. And this may shock you, but a local credit union here in the Baltimore metro area, they have some of the best interest rates going out there.
Oh my God! Wow!
I just had my client, who we got a deal for this week, lock up 4.75%. Now here's the caveat that may scare away everybody and make you run for the hills. It is an adjustable rate mortgage, an ARM. Okay. Now everybody, including Dave Ramsey and Susie Orman, everyone's going to say, run, don't touch an adjustable rate mortgage. They are horrific. Run if you don't know what you're doing. Okay. And here's where I come in and I can educate you. I have 17 years mortgage experience, plenty of years in the real estate industry as well. And here's the deal with the adjustable rate mortgages. My friends, they are fixed for a period of 5, 7, or 10 years, sometimes even 15 years, and the rate will not change. Think about that. 60, 84, 120 or more payments before your interest rate ever changes. Do you know that the average 30-year mortgage lasts about 6 years? Meaning that either people move, sell the house, they die, the home is sold, they refinance, or they pay the home off within 6 years. So why would you go out, overpay for a product, a fancy 6, 7% interest rate on a 30-year fixed rate mortgage, when you're never gonna use it? And that is my challenge to people. Like, hey, I am all for taking the safe route, taking a 30-year fixed rate mortgage, but the challenge is, you know that this is a starter home for you, or you know you're going to be redeployed here in a few years. Why spend the money on something you're never going to use? So my friends, look, when it comes to financing, reach out to us. We'll make the connections. We'll provide you the introductions. And more importantly, get you a loan solution or put you in contact with people to get you a loan solution that's going to save you some money. Item number 4, now that you've locked up your financing, it's time to find the deals. Now, where are you going to find that golden Easter egg? That little tiny egg that, you know what, nobody else has seen on the market. And here's the deal. I am sure you are probably set up to get alerts on Redfin, on Zillow, on Realtor.com. Heck, you might even be set up on one of our sites here to get notifications of new homes coming to the market. The challenge is you and thousands of others are getting the same notifications at the same time. And you're competing in a blue ocean, okay? Everyone is looking for the new stuff. What you have to look at is the stuff that's been overlooked. So some strategies here that we like to use are looking at homes that have been on the market over 14 days. Because you know what? Their time to shine has vanished, okay? If the home doesn't go under contract within the first 2 weeks, you know what? Here's what happened. They either overpriced it, the agent did a crappy job presenting the home by taking crappy photos of it and didn't present it well online. They didn't present enough photos of the house, or the home completely just shows poorly, okay? The next thing, you know, besides looking at homes bidding on the market over 2 weeks, you want to look at homes that have come back on the market for some reason or another. What we call here in our multiple list, back to active. And I don't know if the syndicated sites, your Zillows and Redfins, can give you a notification on that, but my site certainly can. And when homes come back to active, it's for usually a few reasons. Number one, people didn't like the results of an inspection. Love it or hate it, it does happen. It does not necessarily mean something is wrong with the house, because somebody could change their mind, and there's silly clauses in the contracts here where people can opt out of the contract and get back out of it free. You know, there's nothing wrong with the home. It's just they had a change of heart, and unfortunately, with the sellers out there, I feel sorry for them that people utilize these clauses, but they are there. And then the third option is financing. Financing may have fallen through. So look at back to actives, because in reality, put your own eyes on it before trusting the opinions of others. And then the last thing that I'll leave you with, just knowing what homes are coming on the market before they get to the market. Cool thing is, I've said this before, that our brokerages, most of them, whether you use me or somebody else in the Baltimore metro area, we all hear of chatter and scuttle of things coming onto the market before they actually hit the market. So it's critical for myself or any other agent out there to know what your buy box is, what you specifically are looking for. And once we have that, we can sift and find and get those deals in your hand right away and keep looking and keep looking. And when we hear something pop up, oh, I have a client that's looking exactly for that. So those are some strategies to find that golden Easter egg of a home here in 2023. All right, hey, if you are finding value in this video, I would greatly appreciate it if you hit the like button down below. It's the one that looks like a thumbs up, just like this. It keeps the wind in my sails and it keeps me going to keep producing great videos for you each and every week. So additionally, drop your comments below. Do you have questions on anything that we've mentioned here so far? Are you looking for where we get those great interest rates from the credit unions? Drop them below. What about other questions about the economy? Drop that below here. We're here to help in any way that we can, and we'll do our best to answer any and all of those questions. So let's jump into the final item that I want to bring to you here today, and it is item number 5, which is concessions. Let's face it, real estate is all about negotiating, and it's probably my favorite part of the business. And it's a give and take type thing here. And you really need to look at what are the needs of the seller you're looking to purchase the home from, okay? Because each and every week, I'll tell you the complaint that I hear, it's not actually a complaint, it's more a fear. The fear is this, speaking from the seller's perspective, is like, Adam, look, I know I'll be able to sell my home. And I know I'll probably get more than I am listing it for. The challenge is, where am I gonna go? And how much can I afford? And over, I hear the same thing, the same challenge that people have when selling their home here in Maryland. And what you may need to do when purchasing or locking up one of these contracts is, first and foremost, give the seller the settlement date they desire. If they want to stay in the home for an additional month or two, let them stay in the home. And a lot of times I would let them stay in the home rent free. Typically you can charge a rent back, but if you want your offer accepted, you'll let them stay there rent free. Now, as long as you move in within 2 months of taking possession or settling on the property rather, you're gonna be fine. You're gonna be in compliance with your loan. All is gonna be good to go, but that's gonna be one concession that you need to make. Additional concessions might be you may have to paint or repair some of the stuff in the home that's not to your liking. Hey, let's face it, you know, when a seller is done with the house, they're really kind of checked out and they're not wanting to do a bunch of work to the property any longer because essentially it's not theirs. And when they have a flood of people coming in the front door, what's going to make your offer stand out? Well, creating ease for them, not asking for silly stuff to be fixed, updated, etc. Now, this leads me into inspections. And I'm a full proponent to get any and all inspections. And I will always tell my clients, look, you should get a home inspection, okay? But the point of this video is to give you a real life perspective as to what's happening here in 2023. And that house that I told you about just a few moments ago, that had 27 showings in less than 36 hours. The offers that we got, all of them came with people waiving inspections. Okay, this is great for my seller. He was ecstatic because he's not going to have anybody else in his house picking it apart, looking through things, etc. Now, you have to be comfortable, potentially, I'm not saying you have to do this, but it's one way offers get accepted, of waiving inspections. Now, a way to get around this and sort of, how should I say it, make it a little bit easier is if you can bring a home inspector with you to a home that you really like. I have some of my inspectors. They say, you know what? This is not an inspection that's officially going to be written up. There will be no report about it, but you can pay me an hourly rate and I'll come through while you're looking at the home and I'll look at some of the critical things in the home to give you my opinion. And again, nothing is written, but it's one way that we can use to sort of get a set of professional eyes on the home to allow you to submit an offer with a little more confidence without asking for inspections to be done. So my friends, look, that's the reality of what's going on with Maryland real estate market right now. We thought it was taking a turn for the worse. Guess what? You know what? It's just like a fire getting reignited and this baby is humming and burning brightly right now. So listen, if you are looking for a home here in 2023, my team and I, we would love the opportunity to serve you and make your home dreams a reality in the state of Maryland, but we just need one thing from you. And that's for you to reach out and connect with us. So please give us a call, shoot us a text message, or send us an email. No matter where you're looking here in the great state of Maryland, from Baltimore down the bay to the beaches in Ocean City, my team has you covered. Now, make sure you stick around, because you know what? I just picked out this video right here for you. I'm telling you, this is your next step, my friends. Watch this video, because it's going to help you out in preparing you for your journey to move here to Maryland. So until the next video, my friends, have a great day. We'll see you in the next one.